Alright, so I'm doing my fuel filter change on my 2017 Ford F350. So it's really easy. I must say this is a lot easier than my Ram, my 16 Ram Cummins, my 11 Ram Cummins, and so forth. So if you read the manual, it states that there's a fuel line that you've got to disconnect on top of the fuel tank that goes into the fuel filter housing. Well, you don't have to do that. Simply, you just drain the fuel, right? So turn that little yellow knob, drain the fuel until it stops draining fuel, and as you can see, that's all that comes out. It's not much. Once it stops draining, then you can tighten it back up, and there's simply 5 bolts or something that you have to unscrew. They don't come out, they stay in there after you unbolt it, and then you just kind of wiggle this thing out, and that's it. Super easy. So there's no mess, actually. Super clean, which is really surprising. I'm really pleased with this, with the setup here Ford did. So after this, it'll be on to the top fuel filter. Oh, so that's the dirty fuel filter, you can see right there. So anyways, I just changed my top mounted fuel filter, and let me tell you, that was super easy. You just simply disconnect these fuel lines here. See the red, blue, and orange, right? Or that burgundy color. Super easy to remove. Just be careful because these are plastic connectors, so you don't want to, bust anything. But let me tell you, super easy. You disconnect all 3 of those, turn the filter towards the back, and it comes out. I mean, super easy. So all in all, fuel filter change on the 2017 F350 Powerstroke diesel, a lot easier than my Cummins diesels. I mean, this literally took like 5 minutes for both filters, like together, total time like 5 minutes. Super easy. So something else I wanted to take note of, the fuel filter canister, you can see that it's dirty. It's just really dirty. You can tell, like, just looking at the colorization of this filter, that and this is after 15,000 miles. So the manual states you can go up to 30,000 miles normal driving with these trucks, but that looks really dirty in there. So it's doing its job, catching a whole bunch of crap. Again, that's all the fuel that came out. That's to include that canister as well as the top mounted one. I drained this one out. Curious to what this will look like inside, but overall super easy. So and again, you don't have to disconnect that top fuel line like the manual says, and just let the fuel just let the fuel drain, and you won't have a mess. There's been some videos where people are just impatient, and you can see that fuel gets everywhere. Well, it's pretty dry. So I mean, there's some splatter because the fuel's draining into here, and then it'll splatter to the side. But after the fuel drained and I removed the cap, it didn't it didn't go anywhere. It was dry. So anyways, I hope this helps.